citizen, Dr. V, Joe Picelli. Dr. V said Joe talks. There he is, Joe Volpicelli, the only man.
Happy St. Joseph's Day to all the Josephs out there.
There you go, the
Forget St.
Joseph.
Patrick. He was Italian anyway. It's St. Joseph's Day.
Are there any Mark days?
Mark, he wrote a nice gospel. I don't know if there's any St. Mark Day.
There's no Mark
Probably.
days, though, right? There's no Mark days, though, right?
Probably. He wrote a nice gospel.
What can I tell you? Marcus, a Mark, I'm whatever. They make me a character in this stuff. Let me tell you, we've been fighting, Dr. V and I. We've been going at it from the beginning here. He said we've been wasting good arguments. I'm saying we're not. Let's get it on here and see where we're going. The economy is in trouble, everybody. I keep coming back. Nobody wants to talk the economy. Did anybody listen?
Oh, listen to this. Today,
What?
for the first time I heard on the news, someone said stagflation.
How long have I been saying stagflation, Dr. V?
Inflation and unemployment.
Months? Right.
Economy's cooling down.
Right. And inflation goes up. And that's what I've been yelling about. Ross, there he is. Spartacus, my man. And Guillermo's here. I didn't know that one. Guillermo, we're there for you, baby. But the economy is it's slowly turning. Now, look, we've been talking about this. It's definitely inflation. The Fed chairman said today that there's inflation and the economy slowing down. He talks about 2 more Fed cuts, but what good are cuts if you have inflation? It's very tough when you got stagflation to be able to deal with inflation and to be able to deal with the economy at the same time. Their mandate is unemployment and inflation. That's the only mandate the Fed has, is those 2 things. But we're looking at, and the Fed said today exactly what we've been saying. The economy is going down slowly. The Fed chairman doesn't get that crazy like I do or like you do. And at the same time, inflation is going up, and he sees it from the tariffs. We talked about this back in December when we talked about these medicine cabinets that we bought on sale that were on sale later at a higher price because they're already adding it all in there, okay? That's where it is, and there's no getting away from this inflation, and people are just going to have to get used to it. The economy is in trouble because...
What's the Fed supposed to do? For inflation, you need to increase interest rates. For high unemployment, you need to reduce the interest rate to stimulate the economy. What are they going to do?
We don't know because we're not in that position yet. At the present time, the Fed chairman says we're looking at 2 more cuts. But look, I think the Fed chairman's been doing a pretty good job. He doesn't know. He's looking to see how are these tariffs going to affect everything? How are these trade wars going to affect everything? Is it transitory? Remember when Biden and everybody said that original inflation was transitory? It wasn't. It was there. And if everybody looks at just an American citizen, I'll be glad to send you to those videos. I said it then. I didn't care. I like Biden. But I said inflation wasn't going away. It's only going up. And Dr. V saw then it bounced. There's no getting away from it. Well, we're in the same situation now. Doesn't matter. Trump doesn't care. They wanted to go up. Thank you. We love the things. Hello, Armin. We love you, Armin.
Somebody likes giving us some heart.
Thank you for the likes. We love the likes. We love all of you. But as we're talking, I mean, look, we keep saying this because we have been right. We have been right. And what's going to end up happening here, Dr. V, is that right now things are kind of calming down because the market's a little stronger and everybody forgets about it while the tariffs keep going up and up. C4, we love you. The tariffs keep going up and up and up, and it just starts adding it in. Now, the reason we're not seeing everything, as we've said before, really hitting right away is because if you're unemployed, luckily I've never had this issue, I don't think you have to get unemployment. Love from India. We love India. I don't think you have to get unemployment until after you're finished getting paid from your employer. So if employer gives you like 2 months or a month or 180 days or whatever, I'm no expert, but I think that this is how it is in most states.
Employment is not a leading indicator. It's
right. So you're not going to see it. But the problem is when unemployment starts, it starts and you can't stop it. Because as we've been saying, the government's cutting, so everybody else starts cutting. And it just becomes a momentum thing. A rolling stone gathers no moss, right? It just keeps going, and they're going to go up. You're right, C4. And we did C4, unfortunately. We already did are suffering economically. People just don't see it yet because it's too easy. Are you seeing people aren't flying anywhere? Waiting to see international flights to America. People aren't coming here. Who wants to come here? You want to come here? You never know. You may get stuck on a transport flight to El Salvador and get your hair cut off because you don't have the right ID. I mean, who knows who's over there?
Yeah.
So
So
you
what is
deal
this? There's a travel ban going into effect now too. I
a
mean,
travel ban. Well, which
yes,
one now?
I got an email from Penn to say if you're from certain countries, you better not leave this country because you won't be able to get back in.
Well, that's no question about that. But look, I mean, of course you ain't going to let them back in. You leave, you're finished. They're either going to throw you out or you're going to have to hang in and do
These are
your
people with
visa.
student visas. They want to go
Meaningless.
home for the holidays,
Let's
see
stay
their
there.
family. They
Stay
can't
there.
do it. They're trapped here.
No, they can go there. They'll let them go. They can't come back.
They're in school.
They can't come back. I bet they want to go for a vacation, for its
Yeah,
Christmas vacation. They
right.
go for, they can't come
They
back
can't
then.
see their family then. They can either be
That's
a student here or go back and see their family, but they can't do both.
C4, I'm with you. Because why are you asking me this question? You know why. Because Trump is president. I mean, we all know what the answer is, Dr. V, right? It's right out there. This is a decision that's been made. You got guys like Tom Homan up there who's running the ICE thing going, yeah, we're not going to listen to judges. We're not going to listen to courts. It's going to do what we want to do. I mean, you listen to these guys, it's just they're like almost animalistic. And it's you're just moving forward with it. And that's what it is. That's what the answer is. That's Illuminati. We love you. That's what the answer is. They're just doing it because you can't take a chance. Look, if you're an American citizen right now, you're okay. If you're anything but an American citizen, you're at risk. That's just the way it is. It's reality.
Not if you're from some countries, you're not at risk.
You don't think so?
Not if you're an attractive female and married to some rich guy in the United States, you're not at risk.
How do you know?
When
If you're saying the wrong thing, look,
Melania
you
gets
can, Val, I don't know
sent
what
back
you're
to her
saying there.
country, then we'll know.
But we got a lot of different languages going on there. I think that's out of India. I'm not sure. I can't hear. We're here. We're anonymous and Dacarios. We stay. If I were you, I'd stay anonymous. So you sit there, but everybody, it's just what's happening here is understand when we start talking about getting rid of immigrants and having to leave. Let's look at what Trump's doing now. Everybody's seeing what happened in El Salvador. But the issue, I mean, we have to deal with what the issue is. The issue isn't whether or not we want to get rid of gangs. Of course we do. The gangs should be out the door. There's no question about that. The issue is this, excuse me, as Wyatt Earp would say, we follow the rule of law. Now, people don't like those words. Why don't we just say this? We listen to what the judges say. Everybody forgets when Obama was president, there were Republican judges saying, Obama, you can't do things. When Biden was president, there were Republican judges who said, you can't do it. You got this one down in Texas, they all run to for methadone and abortion and everything. When the Republicans do it, it's okay. When Republican judges, but when a Democrat does it, it's not okay. And then you got this goof congressman out of Texas putting like impeachment on Borsman, the judge. Come on. The thing is, it's just horrible. So as this goes on, as the markets get worse, as things, I thought it was Hindi. I thought I saw it was Hindi words. I wasn't sure, but who am I to say? So puts it, wow, I'm no linguist. I thought that was. I say okay to the Hindi words. So I love this. We're international. So you sit there and you go, wow. Here we go. There's some more. Wow. So it's okay. So Dr. V. So as we sit here, we go, what if you better just be an American right now, and you just better cover yourself and make sure you're an American. You got no chance otherwise. How are you going to win? So what happens is this: Trump goes, I'm going to do what I want to do. this case, which you're talking about, taking these supposed criminals to El Salvador.
Right.
The issue isn't that. The issue is the judge said, I want proof that these people were criminals. Okay? Now understand, Dr. V, when you look at the Alien and Enemies Act, which is where Trump was
Yes.
moving these people in the first two, the Alien and Enemies Act says specifically that the courts are involved. And the courts make this right there. It's determined by the courts. It's in the law. Like it matters, right? It's in the law. Let's talk about it here, okay? So you can't sit there and go, wow, Alien Enemies Act, we can get rid of them because they're invaders. No, the law says the courts make that decision. But what they want to do is they won't go into court and say what time they left because they want to lie to the court. Why don't they just come in and say we did it? Because it's obviously in violation.
It's there. You're right. It is all about the law. So they pick a popular issue like that has a lot of American support. Of course, you want to get rid of the criminals. So if you're standing up for the rule of law, if you're standing up for the rule of law, he makes it makes it look like you're in favor of criminals. It's a brilliant political move.
It is. He's great. We've been saying this.
So we're the Democrats.
It's not a matter of the Democrats. It's a matter of smart people. You don't have to be a Democrat. You can be an independent. It's a matter of, you can be a Republican. It's a matter of smart people just sitting there and saying, we have to talk about the law. Look, Joe, this goes even deeper. This goes back to what we talked about with Eric Adams in New York when he's the mayor, when he was indicted, and all of a sudden he wasn't indicted because he said he can help Trump with immigration, and suddenly he's off the hook. Okay, remember? And so it came down to, I started saying, you know where it's going to go. You went, where's it going to go? And I said, this is where it's going to go. You're going to get a speeding ticket, and it ain't going to matter if you're speeding or not. One day, you're going to call up your congressman or your local and say, you know that judge, right? Tell that judge I can help him with immigration. Or tell that judge I can raise some money for him. Or tell that judge I can do this, and then you'll get off. Well, that's the type of stuff that's going on right now.
We know for $5 million you can get your gold card and come into this country and do whatever you want. We already know what the price is. It reminds me of that joke. Someone says,
it is, Sage.
I want to hire you as a prostitute. Oh, me, I'm not a prostitute. What if I gave you $5 million? Well, of course I'd have sex with you. So then
I don't understand that.
Of course you're a prostitute. It's just we're haggling over the price.
Right. So, I don't understand, Joe. $5 million? These guys want to come here. We should be talking $50 million, $100 million. You want to spend that kind of, you're just some rich dude who wants to come to America?
Your citizenship should not be based on.
I know what the point is. I'm just saying we're giving it away at $5 million. $5 million's a joke. Yeah. These guys is cash.
You're right.
It's nothing.
Cheap. You're right.
Right. Tell them we need a couple yachts or something before they come here. Okay. And then Trump can have a yacht to go out on. I mean, we could do that kind of stuff, right? That's where it is. I mean, $5 million. What a joke. That's nothing. This country's worth a lot more than that. Danish, I'm with you. $50 million is better. Sage is laughing. I go right on, Sage. I sit there and go, come on. But it is $5 million. Think about it. These guys are laughing. $5 million. I got it right here in my pocket. I'm ready to come over.
It's couch change for some of the people.
Oh, of course it is. So why Trump's giving it away? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Do you think those people are also buying the Trump meme coins, the souvenir coins? Who knows? I don't know. Danish, we support grandfathers. You got two of them here. We love grandfathers, baby. Prairie Wolf, I ain't stroking it out. I love this. I've been doing this for 71 years. I yell and scream over this stuff. This stuff is cool, Prairie. No need to stroke out. Living every day, enjoying every day. And when you've got Dr. Joseph Volpicelli on the other side, you can't stroke out because after it's over, he takes a towel to me and he starts trying to pull me off and he works me and brings me down. So stroking out isn't a problem because I got the number one addiction doctor who's addicted to me, the number one addiction doctor to take care of me. So I'm not worried about
Dr. Naltrexone.
Yes. The founder of that. Wow.
That's going to be
I
my new
Mike Hunt.
my
We
new
love you, Mike.
YouTube channel.
Sage, removing illegal ones are important. There's no question about that.
No one
Okay, but you
disagrees
don't
with
want to
that.
do
That's the
right.
red
Say
herring.
it, Joe. Say it. But you got to do it legally. You do it the
Yes.
right way. That's all. That's all. Hey, Johnny. Ha. Whatever ha means. You got to do it the right way. You just can't sit back and say, I'm going to ignore the courts and send this goof in, this ICE guy who Tom Homan, who doesn't care, or what's his name, the one with the bald head whose wife's making all this money, Trump's right hand. Why
Oh,
can't I
right.
remember his name? He wants to get rid of everybody too, huh? What can I tell you? Nick her. Knicker. I don't know, Knicker. Maybe talk about knickers. Those are pants, Johnny. So you sit there and you go, it's really a sad situation right now. But our economy is like not happening. It's just not happening. It's only going to get worse. It just slowly gets worse, slowly gets worse. And whose fault is it? Trump. And he's sitting there going, hey, this is what I want. It's not going to be that bad. Because remember what's going to happen, guys. When he does all this, who do you think's going to come in when the economy is smashed and buy all this stuff that's sitting there in the smashed area in the at the TJ Maxx when all of America's in TJ Maxx? Who do you think's going to go in and buy TJ Maxx? All the rich people. They're going to say he's 70, 80, some old dude. It's think about it though. They're going to buy everything. This is what they want. If you can take it and smash it, bring down the economy, and you're a multi-billionaire. And you got all these people around you, and you got Trump out there buying this, buying that. Trump Jr.'s in Serbia trying to get involved in their elections. I mean, it's just, it makes you wonder because these guys want to make money. That's all they want to do. So as they crush the economy, they're going to come in and take it and put it in their pockets and make zillions. And you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Marty McFly, look, I've been called Groucho Marxist. So I'll take it. I'll take it, Marty. I got no problem. Gaddy, I'm happy your business is getting better. I hope everybody's business is getting better. I don't play cricket. Trump is running up his meme coins and he and his wife and trying to make some money there. Well, Forever 21, Joe and I lived in Forever 21. You can see the clothes. We bought it from there all the time. It's like really kind of right. Aren't we bummed Forever 21's going under, Joe? Because because Joe and I are forever young.
Oh, forever young.
Forever young. That's us. The early Brits, look, Tug, we don't take naps. Joe's up all night. Of course it was, Sage. Joe's up all night. He's working. He and I, we make a bet or something. I say, do this. And then he's up at 2 a.m, changing it, not even telling me. I mean, pump and dump. That's what this guy is.
Oh, I got them foreign markets. I can't let that go by.
Can't stop it. Can't stop it. We love it, though. This is fun. Hopefully, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Todd. We love having a great time. We love you guys. I mean, thank you. Look, we talk politics. We talk all this, but if you're not having fun doing it and you're not having fun with the people you're talking with, what good is it, right? Absolutely. Isn't that true? Right on, Spartacus. Isn't that true? They're so rich. They wipe with it. 20s, 20 nothing, 200s if there was such a bill. It's just look at this. Right, TikTok. Meanwhile, you talk to me about TikTok. Want me to go on TikTok? Whatever happened to TikTok? Wasn't it illegal?
TikTok?
Wasn't it illegal?
That's what my advisor says. That's where all the
your advisor. Are you on TikTok? Are you on TikTok?
Not yet. Not yet.
Then why aren't you listening to your advisor?
Maybe next week.
Next week. Yeah. He wants me to do all this, but he won't do it. Listen to this guy. He's always been good at pushing me out front. Go ahead. Marquitos. Go ahead. You can do it. Go in there. Go.
Yeah.
You go first, Mark. You go first. Okay, I always go first. I get kicked in the groin. He comes in.
Once you get arrested, once you get thrown out the window, then I'll be quiet.
That's over at that point. Remember,
for you, not for me. That's my back off.
Look, man, you guys are crazy. Look, he's playing with everybody's economy, Danish, and that's what it is. It's just really sad. So as we look at this, I'm telling you, we keep talking. I'm gonna come back up to the judges, but we're talking about this stuff. Lower growth, goods inflation. The chairman said it today. There's goods inflation. There's no getting away from it. It's rocking. Okay, look, who cares about Elon Musk? I hope everybody stops buying Tesla cars. Look, it's not right to blow them up. It's not right to do that kind of stuff. That's so wrong.
It's
You
right
don't
to
want to be
stick a
like their
Toyota sticker in the back, though.
yeah, maybe, but you don't want to be like them, who's out mouthing people and lying and doing all that kind of stuff. So if you want to protest at a Tesla dealership, fine. I think it's right on. You could do whatever you want as long as it's legal and stuff. But don't go and breaking glass. It doesn't make sense. Oh,
Yeah,
you're just become like him. Why
yeah,
do you want to become like him? I mean, that's what's so sick about it.
yeah.
You just why do you want to be like this dirtball? And that's what Elon Musk is. I mean, he's smart, everything, but he's just turned into a dirtball. I mean, it's everything that impeach the judges do. This is a guy who doesn't understand the Constitution. This is a guy who only wants to get rich. This is a guy who got put into a meeting with Modi. Hey, India friends. This is a guy, Musk, who got put into a meeting with Modi when he was here and suddenly is making deals, I think, with two big corporations in India. Isn't that true, Joe? Then
Yep.
suddenly, how did they put you or I in to talk to Modi and make a deal to get into India? No, it doesn't work that way. It's all who takes care. Genesis is okay. Genesis has
No,
no resale value, Sage. No
I
resale
looked. I
value.
did this like 2 years ago. I did a good analysis of all the electric cars. I almost got a Tesla, but I got the BMW electric car instead, and I'm very happy I did.
Well, I'm happy you did. Meanwhile, TDS, Todd, we tell you, why do you guys always
TD.
worried about Trump's
Is that in
derangement?
Minnesota? They want to pass the law, make it a clinical disorder in Minnesota.
Oh, that's just goofy. I'm with it. Minnesota's crazy. TDS meltdown. Sorry, Todd. I don't know why you're always on Trump. He is deranged. Why you want to talk about Trump being deranged? Joe, all these guys come in and talk about Trump
You're
derangement
not allowed
syndrome.
to say that. You can't. You didn't examine the guy. You can't call him a
No,
malignant
I'm not saying
narcissist.
I did. They were talking about
TDS,
him.
isn't that they're
That's
using
them.
psychiatric terms?
We're misunderstanding it. You
Oh,
see, it's really them saying that Trump is deranged. You see, that's always been my position because it takes one to know one, right? Or it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Remember all these? So TDS, it's TDS. Trump is melting. You do have a Trump derangement syndrome, Todd. I'm sorry, but we love you and we're happy you came on here and thank you. I don't know which one's the real Todd. One is, one isn't. No, Todd, we're not. We are just American citizens here. That's it, baby. I love it. This is just a great country. And we love this country. Let's understand. So let's say it again. We still love our country. And we're going to pull it out. And we're always pulling it out because it's great. Because we can sit here and talk about this, and all of a sudden it's going to disappear. We're going to be gone. They're going to Trump knocked us out like he cares about us. But you look at this kind of stuff, and you go, "Hey, we're here. It's great. You should love the country, Vinod. Philly
absolutely.
cheesesteak sandwich. I don't eat
I
cheesesteak.
love
I eat
cheesesteak
chicken
sandwiches.
cheesesteak. He eats the
I
cheesesteaks.
like the
Estrage.
cheesesteak.
MSD, we love you. Currently in a fucked up situation. Look, we're not really there, but look, this is the kind of stuff we go from. This is that we go through. Look at
Yeah.
American history. We just go through craziness sometimes. We're going through craziness. We had the Know Nothing Party. Remember that? What does this sound like here? The Know Nothing Party. That's what the MAGAs are. The MAGA party is because they only know what Trump knows.
Yeah, but
Therefore, they're the
I
Know
have to
Nothing.
say, I'm not that impressed with the Democratic Party.
I don't blame
They
you,
may
but what
know
are they going to
something,
do?
but they're also lacking something else.
No
That's
leadership. No leadership. What good are Batesum if you don't have leadership? You need leadership to have Batesum. There's no leader to grow them, right? So we don't have that leadership yet. Then we hope you all enjoy the stream, guys. Come on and love us. Go on to Just an American Citizen. Please subscribe. Please give us thumbs up. Please go on to Dr. V. Joe Talks. Let it out, baby. We love you. Thanks for coming on. This is a good one. Midweek, we're hitting some of the big stuff, and we keep going. Yeah, we
there's
should
all
run for
kinds of good
president.
comments in the mosh pit, Mark. There's
I'm
more in the
loving these
mosh pit.
comments. Great love, Philippines. I love the Philippines. They're our friends. Do you think Trump cares about the Philippines anymore? He's letting them sit out there and let the Chinese hit their boats and stuff. Come on, we love you, Philippines. Kids and guns to the cartels. I don't know who's selling. I'll tell you who's selling kids. It's Putin. Did you see? Did you see that the United States has decided to stop tracking where Putin steals all these kids from Ukraine and takes them to Russia?
Right.
Trump shut that down. They
Shut it down.
kidnapped. Think about this. The Russians, Putin, thug, garbage. I mean, garbage just smells. That's Putin. Garbage just smells, okay? And he takes kids. He kidnaps Ukrainian kids. He would take any of them and takes them to Russia. And Trump goes, we're not going to follow that anymore. Take all the kids you want, Vlad. Enjoy yourself, Vlad, because there's nothing I would say that's bad to you, Vlad. Whatever happened to the 30-day ceasefire? Vlad, there's no 30-day ceasefire. They're just not hitting each other's infrastructure because Putin doesn't want his infrastructure hit. Too bad, Vlad. And then you sit there and you act like Trump. I'm watching Fox. They're going, peace. What do you mean peace?
Peace.
P-I-E-C-E-O-F-S blank, blank, blank. That's what this is. Okay? Peace. They're telling Zelensky, you do what I tell you, and that's the way it is, and there's no getting around it, okay?
Yeah, well,
okay?
there you go.
Tammy
Trump got
Roberts.
peace. He said he was going to get peace. There you go.
P-I-E-C-E-O-F-S blank, blank, blank. Okay? Fox News rules. I watch it. It's just say, Grandpa explanation is what we've lived through, Danish Dad. Wow, ban sliced cheese, make America great again. I kind of like that.
That's good.
That's not a big line. It's really pretty good, I have to say. How do soldiers feel about the subtle shift in who is and who isn't the enemy? Let me tell you, we don't know who the enemy is anymore. Seems that they want to make Putin our friend. How can you trust? I mean, this guy is a killer.
With
I mean, you don't, go ahead.
I mean, it sounds like they want to divide the world up into Russia and Europe becomes one under
Eric,
Putin.
I'm answering you.
We
I'm
got
sorry you're saying I'm
Asia
answering you. Go
under-
ahead. What? Go ahead,
We got
Joe.
Asia
Go ahead. I'm
under
sorry.
China, and we got North South America under Trump, and Greenland too. Sounds like they want to divide the world up into 3 mega powers.
Think about it. We were the power. We were the power.
Yeah.
The breakup of the American century. Yeah, I yell. Yeah, I get angry about it. Yeah, it pisses me off. You better believe it. Throw those hearts up there. The breakup of the American century. We didn't matter. Our friends were in Asia. Our friends were in Europe. Our friends were in South America. We had friends, okay? Now we have no friends. Think about it, everybody. You can all sit there and say whatever you want about anything, about what you think about Trump. We have no friends. How would you like to have no friends? You know, I always keep coming back to this. Now it's all going to be transactional. If the United States has a problem, who do we call up? Not our friends, because we don't have friends. We have transactional. It doesn't work. They're going to call them up and say, we need your help. They're going to go, what are you going to pay us for it? Tell us what you're going to pay us for it, and then we'll help you. No friends. And when that happens, the economy gets hurt because nobody wants to work with you, because nobody can trust you. Trump makes a deal, breaks it, like the North American Treaty, and just rolls. Go ahead, Joe. I see you want to say something. Go ahead.
I was going to say, somebody asked about, do we believe in Jesus, and do we believe in God, that sort of thing. All I have to say is, what do you think Jesus would say if he saw what was going on in this country right now?
Well done.
He would be appalled that he said, help the poor people. If you don't have any clothes, take the clothes off your back and help them. He talked about supporting the young people, the poor people, the people without, not being so transactional. He didn't say, if you do X, Y, and Z, I'll put in a good word for my dad in heaven. He didn't say that. He said, help other people, and then I'll put in a good word for dad. For my
That's
dad.
old news. That's
You
old
know,
news.
It's
old
fine. I don't know
news.
Jesus. I think I do know Jesus. Why don't you read the Sermon on the Mount or any of the other Gospels if you want to get a sense of who Jesus was all about? And he would be appalled at what's going on right now in this country. This is not Jesus. This is anti-Jesus, if you ask me.
I'm staying out of it. You know better than I do. I don't know
It's
anything
Lent
about
right
Jesus.
now. It's Lent right now, and so I'm in a particularly spiritual mood. And I'm telling you that what's going on is immoral. It's absolutely immoral. and we have
But
to
who cares?
stand up. We can't take this anymore. Even Jesus, when he saw hypocrisy and greed in his church, in his synagogue, he got angry. He turned those tables around. He threw them over. It's time for us to do that now too. This is immoral. This is wrong. We got to stand up and say and call it for what it is. Throw the water on me now,
Emotion.
Mark.
Emotion. There it is. Emotion on the part of Dr. Volpicelli. I go, yes. Yes. Let the red come out. Let the red drain a little bit,
Well,
Joe.
what he's doing to the University of Penn is terrible. He's declared war on academia. You know, because Penn had this transgender
Here we go.
student swim for the women's team. Now he's taking away $178 million. That's ridiculous. What my son-in-law works at University of Pennsylvania. I'm part of University of Pennsylvania. Trump went to University of Pennsylvania, and what's he doing? He's disrupting everyone's life. Scientists, teachers, academics, people who make this country great, who designed the
Here we
medicine
go.
that help
Here
cure
we
you.
go. Here we go. This is where Joe and I disagree. He's getting all worked up. Academics are great. They didn't make this country great. Everybody makes this country great.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter if you're an academic. It doesn't matter if you work with your hands. It doesn't matter what you do. You're an American. You work hard. You make this country great as much as anybody else. And the academics are no better than we are, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm no academic.
You're right. They're no
Okay.
better than anyone else. Absolutely. But academics is one of the crown jewels of this country. It's been a
Okay.
beacon for people all over the world. And you go to an academic center, you see people from every single country. I have colleagues who are Russian, who are Indians. I have colleagues all over the world, and scientists work together. Look at the spacecraft that landed yesterday. Who was in there? 3 Americans,
Inside out. Come on.
3 Americans, and a cosmonaut, a Russian. It's the scientists working together that show how we could profit together, not in a zero-sum game that if you win, I lose. And that's the mentality that
That we
this
should
guy
make
has.
deals with Russia, right? And just profit together with Russia, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is we all win when we work together.
Who is we?
The world,
But it
everyone.
doesn't work that way.
It
The
does
world is
work that way.
gone.
It does work
We
that way.
are the world.
Uh,
We are the whatever it was. That's gone. That's gone. It doesn't matter any longer. We have to worry about us working together here in our country because Trump has cut us off from the world. Trump has made us hated. Trump has made us unmentionable. Trump has made us just horrible. What are you saying here? So we have to worry now about going back to our roots and getting control of our country, and then we can worry about the others. There's nothing else we can do there. We've cut them off, Joe. This is what Trump did, and he's cutting them off more and more.
I just apologize
Tariffs
to the other
are
country.
war.
All I can do is
Tariffs are war. This is
apologize to
not.
all the
Has
other.
nothing to do. Well, let me jump to the mosh pit. This has nothing to do with gang banging. This has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Oh, here we go, Trump beta. We keep telling you, Eric, we are Phi Ep. Thank Phi Ep. Sorry, guy. Phi Epsilon Pi Beta. Right, Beta was next door to us, and they didn't have that many brothers. We are Phi Ep. Say it, Doctor. We don't want to hear that stuff. Beta, Phi Epsilon Pi. That's our stuff, baby.
We
right
really
on.
weren't the SAEs. We definitely were not the SAEs.
I love this. These people think we're melting down, but we're not. We're not. Okay. We're telling you how we feel. We're telling you the truth. What are we saying that's wrong? You, Todd, keep talking about TDS meltdown. What has Joe or I said that's incorrect? That's what I want to hear. FACTS, facts, not FAX. FACTS, facts. Tell me. Eric, I don't hate Trump. I love my country. You see, that's the difference. And when you love your country, you look at what it is about your country, you talk, and if you think that somebody is harming your country or trying to destroy your country, you get mad. Cedar, sorry, we're not D-bags. Tell me what we are. I mean, I love names. Guys call me back to Mike Lindell, Joe, by the way. I want y'all to know I'm not Mike Lindell. I don't have my pillow. I want to pull it out again here today. This is where Trump is. Devo. We talk about it all the time. Devo. De-evolution. That's what it is. Are we not men? We are Devo. Are we not men? DEVO. And that's what Trump is and his people, because they want to de-evolve from what Joe was talking about, where we work with others and we try to make things better, to just sitting there and just worrying about ourselves, so to see who has all the money. Because remember, who are we de-evolving to? Remember the Standard Oil? Nobody remembers any of this stuff. I can't remember. You had the Standard Oil, whatever. They owned everything. You always had you had the trains. They all do that kind of stuff. And that's what these guys are doing here. And as they smash and crash, they are going to be the ones. Why is Donald Trump Jr. in every country backing all these dictators and going, but maybe we'll invest here and maybe we'll invest here? What, you don't think that's sick? You don't think that's out and out corruption? Of course it's corruption. Come on. So you sit here, you go, hey, it's okay. It isn't okay. So what Trump's doing, Joe, that's why we can't worry about the other world, rest of the world now. We have to worry about ourselves, make sure we get together here and start calling out these guys for what they do. And we need different groups inside the parties to call them out, because he's flooding when he floods the end zone, you got to work on different areas. The cornerback and safety works in this area. The linebackers work here. You can't just keep coming at them in different ways. You have to lay it out. Yeah, my veins are popping. I'm happy I got veins. Who is it? Hannah, I'm happy I got veins. That means it's cooking. That means I'm still alive. I love living. We get worked up. You know why I love it? Because I love this country. And I'm just an American citizen. Go look at my stuff. Just an American citizen. Subscribe, comment, tell me where I'm wrong. I'm right on. How about Dr. V Joe Talks? Go tell us where we're wrong here. I get worked up because I love our country. I'm an American. What greater country is there? There isn't. So you have to get worked up. You have to care. You have to love it. You have to sit there and say, hey, what Trump and the Republicans just did with this with this continuing resolution is horrible. But even though we disagree, we had to do it. We had to let it go through, because Trump would have run the country. He would have just done everything, and the Republicans would have sat there and gone, hey, we can't get it back together. Remember something, everybody. Let's talk a little history. There's a guy, I threw it out there with my post the other day. His name was George Washington. You ever heard of him? Trump says he's second to Trump. George Washington, maybe the greatest president we had. The father of our country. They still say that about this guy. What did George Washington do? He didn't fight everything. He backed off. He surrounded the British in Boston. They had to leave. Then he went back, took losses, knew when to fight, knew when not to fight, didn't have the troops. The Democrats don't have the troops yet, okay? But you got to start focusing in. And as he kept doing it, he had Ben Franklin and everybody in France trying to get the French to back us, and they were working different angles. Hit him here. And then all of a sudden, it looks bad. Things can't get any worse in America. And we hit Trenton. Christmas night, they go in there, and the Hessians are sitting there drinking, having the greatest time. Yeah, American history is great, guys. And George Washington came in, pop, smash, crash, and they didn't know what hit him because he played it right. Then he hit a couple other forts, and he pulled back, played it around, did New Jersey, did his thing. That's how you do it. You play it smart. I wanted to take these guys on, but you can't. Schumer did the right thing. You have to say it. He may be old, but he did the right, because you can't let Trump run the country. As soon as I'm sorry.
You can't roll over.
You want Trump to be a dictator.
Roll over.
We did already.
Roll over.
I'm talking about the budget resolution.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
exactly. I know.
it already went
The
through.
CR, the
Otherwise,
continuing
you're otherwise you're
resolution. Yeah.
supporting. You were supporting the king. If you wanted to fight that, you were supporting the king. I love you. We'll call him King Trump, and you can invite him in for some pork and cheese steaks at your house.
It's always something. I'm not going to fight him because he's deporting illegals,
It's only been two
gang
months,
members. I'm not
Joe.
gonna I'm
Joe,
not gonna stand up for the rule of law for that case because he's
wait a
doing something
second.
I like. I'm not
Hold,
going to
hold,
stand up
hold.
because he's going after the guys who demonstrated for Hamas. I'm not going to go after
Donald
him
Trump would have
because
lost
he's going to
every
take
battle, Sean.
advantage of.
Wait, 1 second, Sean. Donald Trump refused to go into the army. Donald Trump chickened out of the Vietnam War. I can't blame him, but he did it in such a way that he had his daddy talk about it. It appeared these
Bone
bone
spurs.
spurs that probably went everywhere. Don't think Donald Trump would have let it. Donald Trump's a coward. Let's get it straight. He's only tough because he's the tough guy. Now let's get back to that CR. He had to do it because you would have made him a king.
He's already
Like I
king.
said with Washington. When did Washington go into New Jersey and hit them? Not right after the British left Boston. It took a while. How about you ever heard of a place called, what is it, near Philly? They were like there one whole winter. What was the name of it?
From here, Valley
What was
Forge.
the name of that place, Joe? I can't remember.
That's Valley
Was it
Forge. I
Valley
know.
Forge?
Valley
And who was
Forge.
in
Yeah.
Philly at the time? The British. Did we attack the British? No. But taking your position, we should have attacked the British. But they didn't. And Valley Forge ends up being one of the greatest really wins, even though we not lose, but winning by not losing in American history. We didn't attack the British, so you have to pick it. You do what George Washington did. You're the father of our country. You play it smart. Oh, I love the father of our country. I got so many videos on George Washington. And please go into Just an American Citizen. Please subscribe. I love American. I love you guys. And go into Dr. V Joe Talks. He is the man, isn't he? When he gets worked up, you see him get worked up earlier? I thought it was over. I never see him get worked up like that. I absolutely loved it. Let me see. Also, I agree with you. On Mount Rushmore, are you kidding me, Sean? Mount Rushmore. I tell you, there's someplace else his face should go, not there. Are you on the spectrum? Depends on what spectrum you're talking about, Stephen. I don't know what irreverent you're saying. To troll, Sean, you can't troll us. You know why? Because we have great music. You can troll all you want. I just throw the music. I don't have to listen to you. We got the greatest music of all time, and we took care of our kids, and our kids are living pretty good. You want your Cold War era back? Is that what you want, Mike? Sorry. That's what you're
We
getting.
handed it
because
to him on
when
a platter. That's the problem. We handed
Right,
it
we've
to him
just
too
done it
easy.
because Trump is splitting the world into three places, which is Cold War, which is exactly where we're going. I lived through that Cold War, Mike. Joe lived through that Cold War. That's what we've been saying. We're going back to the Cold War. That's what's happening. Trump is taking us there. He's taking us there. But he was. Mike, let me tell you, Oswald got lucky. Oswald got lucky, okay? There's no new history that's come out, no new investigations. All the top guys are involved. They can say what you want. Oswald got lucky. There's been no evidence to show otherwise, okay? See, we could talk about all this stuff. I love our commentators. Joe, I love them. I wish I could love them. I don't care what they say. I love them.
Queer
What?
stuff again. Here we go.
Oh, what'd you say?
The queer stuff again.
Stephen,
we love each other fraternally.
Fraternally, right. And you're right. I don't see what's going on. It's all ifs. You have no proof of anything. I know what they're talking about. You know what you're talking about? Well, retarded, then you're not listening. George Washington would have voted for Donald Trump. George Washington would have sent Donald Trump into the middle of the. I know what George Washington would have done. My blood pressure is great, Stephen. Not even an issue. I understand context, Mike. I lived it, baby. I learned it. I went to school. I learned all that stuff. I know it, okay? Not what if. What do you mean, what if? We're saying that what you got to do is play it hard and take on Trump and be prepared on all this. I mean, wait till the housing market blows. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to throw this out to you. I've been talking housing. I've been talking all this stuff. There is so much credit risk out there There is so much, and it's all quiet now. We're all kind of under control. The problem is when the momentum starts hitting, the credit risk starts hitting, and then things start smacking. You got real credit risk, and if you think that this credit risk is just going away, FHA is what, 11%, 13%? I'm not sure. I think 11 some odd percent default rate. What are you going to do? You got Fannie and Freddie now. Let me tell you. I've been talking about all this, about bringing Fannie and Freddie public, but I'm sorry, getting out of the government and letting the private industries own it. But you got this guy, Mr. Pulte, coming in. Look, his family knows housing, so right on there. But he's firing so many people. He's overhauled the board of directors, and I think what they need to do is merge Fannie and Freddie. But as soon as they do that, they're going to put it out there, and they keep saying they're not, and it's a problem you got. Housing. What are you going to do when nobody understand this, Joe? And it's hard for people to know this. I'm throwing it out there. I love throwing this out there because nobody knows this. There's been so many workouts done on loans, okay? In the old days, you did foreclosures. You had it, you went, I'm not taking a position, I'm just talking about how it worked. You went in, you had a foreclosure, ball game over, you lost the house. Then in the crash in 2000, was it 9, 8, 9, they changed the rules and they required workouts, seconds, and whatever kind of workout. There's zillions of them. I just use the word workout, okay? So there are a lot of these loans where there's a second behind it you don't know about, where they took arrearages and put it in there. They haven't even paid towards it. You got all that stuff sitting there. And this is what I love. And I'm telling you, if you guys do this, I'm not an economist. I'm just telling you, don't do this. There is this ad on TV now where they come in with this credit card. Have you seen this, Joe? For your home equity. It's a home equity, a HELOC, home equity loan, okay? On your house. And they're saying, just give us a call. Whatever your equity is, I'll give it whatever the percentage is. I'm not sure what it is. And you just take your credit card and you need money, just go out and buy something. And this is on your home, on your equity. And I'm watching these guys on these ads and I'm going, man, we care about you Americans. We're all in this together. That's why I'm talking with you all about this now. Please go on to Just American Citizen. Give us thumbs up. Please subscribe. Dr. V. Joe Talks. Let's get back to the housing part. You're sitting there and you're going, what are we going to do, Joe? What are we going to do? So you got all these defaults just sitting out there waiting. Fannie and Freddie. So what are you going to do if all of a sudden we start having defaults? Are you going to have more workouts or are they just going to foreclose? This is what you're going to start hearing. I'm not taking a position. I'm just telling you it's going to happen. They're going to go, let them foreclose. That's how we get the volume out there. That's how we get housing out there. So we'll just be able to get it out. So if you foreclose and these people had 2 3/4 mortgages or 3.5, then we can get housing. This is how these guys see it. And then we'll get the housing out there, okay? And the housing will be there. Who do you think is going to buy most of that housing? Oh, I wonder. What do you think? Will it be just your neighbor who has a little bit of money to buy another house and for income, Joe? Do you think it'll be that person buying that house? Or do you think it's going to be the big boys running in, taking the cash, rocking and rolling with it? I'm telling you, they keep saying Fannie and Freddie. Fannie and Freddie are going, they're going to make it private. And when they do that, you can say bye-bye to mortgages, to lots of them. 30-year mortgages, all this other guarantees, prices will go up. This is what these guys are setting up. And I'm telling you it's going to happen. Get ready, but I'm telling you, do not. Now, look, I don't care. You can do what you want. It's your money. I'm not some guy saying I'm an expert in whatever, but I've seen this. Joe, I've lived through these up and downs in the housing market big time. And I'm telling you, if people go for this ad and start getting that HELOC, HELOC credit card and start using it, they say, it's free. It's free until you got to pay interest. And they tell you here, and you start using the home equity, your equity in your home, and suddenly you turn around when things are tight and you go, I don't even have money. I don't even own my house any longer because these people are putting this stuff out there. Haven't been looking in the mosh pit. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't know if there's been any good stuff because I'm really worried about this. Because this is when you know you're starting to hit a top. I've lived through these. Hey guys, we're boomers. Joe can tell you about a lot of stuff that's going on in medicine. Up, down, up, down. I can't. I'll tell you about housing and the wall and housing and what's been going on. And we've lived through this. We've had bank lines, all this kind of stuff coming down. When you start giving out your home equity, Joe, don't do this. If
No,
you get a credit card and say it's my home, I'm putting my home up. Think about this. It's like crazy. And they want to suck you in because then they're going to own your house because then they'll foreclose on you when you can't pay. It's just, I get crazy about this, guys. And these guys can say I'm losing it. No, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about friends they may have. I just think, look at this. When you see this going on, you know where our country is starting to go, and it's going to be a real problem. Joe, go with it.
yeah, I don't know the housing market, but I know street drug addiction pretty well. And what you're describing, that's what happens to junkies. That they can't afford their drugs. So rather than lose that person as a customer, drug dealer will front them some drugs until the person gets further and further behind. And then they're trapped, they're stuck. And you see this with loan sharks, you see this with drug addiction, that they entice you with something that looks like a sweet deal. And then next time you turn around, you don't have your life anymore.
Right.
And you see that philosophy that's now being
They need
applied
you,
by
Sean.
our government. Our government should be
Henry.
saving us from that sort of stuff, should be helping to educate us from that sort of stuff.
Not save us,
Instead,
Joe.
they're using the same principles against their own citizens. And what Mark and I are saying is we love the American citizen. We want citizens to be free. We want citizens to be prosperous. We want citizens to be connected. And it feels like our government does not have that interest at heart. They want to separate it. They want to take our money. They want us to give up our freedom because they're going to offer security. That is a false dichotomy, and you just wind up giving up your freedom, and you don't have the security anymore. You don't have the freedom of speech. You don't have the ability
Right, Sean.
to control your own life anymore. And that's what
You're
we're
right.
saying. People do need to wake up. I'm not talking about woke, I'm talking about waking up to see what's going on. And you
Say
can
it,
see
Joe.
it as light as day. It's happening right now before our very eyes. And it's frustrating for me that I don't see the Democratic Party standing up for people. You say they're strategic. They're
Joe,
ready for
hang
their
in. Joe,
time.
Joe, hang 1 second. I got to
Go
cut
ahead.
you. Irreverent, you're missing this here. I'm sorry, okay? The issue isn't the bank's job to tell you what to do. The issue is people get sucked into using their money so that the bank then can take the property or whoever the investor is to get involved in there. It's not a matter of people go, okay, you got to actually let people know. Americans, not everybody knows what the rules are. What Joe's talking about here is addiction. Somebody came on and said, you're talking about drugs. We're not talking about drugs. He's drawing a parallel between what drugs do to you. It's a parallel, guys. We're not talking about drugs, but that's what he sees because he's the expert in this, or one of the major experts in this. So he sees the parallel between drugs and the credit and how it sucks it in, and then the government gets you to take more credit and you get deeper in, and then it's tougher. Then you get deeper, and I want to buy this and I want to buy that, and it's all great. And if you want to do it, fine. Okay? But to take your home equity, whatever home equity you have, and to just use it as a credit card, it's horrible. It's horrible, Joe. And we're going to have people get really handled by this. And suddenly there are going to be issues about who has what and who owns what. And it's just not good. And then we're talking about the housing crisis. It's been over years. It's more than that, Strike. It wasn't just bad loans. It's been years of this because we encouraged people to buy. So it's just they gave out money as buy, which was great. Came out of VA, came out of World War II, and people wanted to have homes. But what happened was during the crash in the late 2000, what you keep saying, 8, 9,
2008.
and all these houses got foreclosed on. Big corporations came in and bought these homes. And they not only bought the homes and then put bonds out there on them. The government guaranteed those bonds. So it made it a guarantee. Think about it. If you can walk in and say to the government, look, if I put up $100 million and you guarantee me I can't lose it, will you give me all these properties? Anybody would say, yeah, that's what we do. Now, the government was stuck with the properties then. They were called REOs, real estate owns. But the guys were smart to go in. Now what's happening, like anything else, good at the beginning, but it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. People kept buying, and these corporations got bigger and bigger, and now they own chunks of American housing. What do you think? And then they go in and they rent it. Well, how long have we been talking about this, Joe? They want to rent it because it's easy to put you out. When you get rented to, you got hardly any rights. So you sit there, they go, yeah, we own this, we own this. We're here for America. We're here to own the properties. And don't misunderstand. I'm all for capitalism. And so's Joe. If you can make money, right on. If you can do it legally, I say go for it. You're smart. These are smart people making the money, and they're playing the government. And I say, you did a great job playing the government, and you got a great deal out of it. But we got to look at what's going on in the back end, because it could be mostly people. I think they're really moving there. I don't know what they're saying, Joe. There's mostly people who are going to get handled by this.
Trump's going to serve
Think
3
about
terms.
What?
Trump's going to serve 3 terms, they say.
Oh, then we're in trouble. But there's no way, because I don't think so. Anything can happen, but we're not amending the Constitution. It's just not going to happen, and they just can't do it.
What
Wait.
Constitution?
The issue about home equity really equivalent is, I don't know, maybe you're agreeing with me or not, is that you're using it. That's my whole issue. You shouldn't be using it as a credit card. Your home equity is there if you need it, you're in trouble, and you want to pull your equity for a loan because you have to save your house, or you have a medical issue, or you got something. That's what I'm talking about here. Maybe you're agreeing with me. I'm not sure. But that's where it goes. So that's what it is. Not a matter what home
The
equity
point
means.
is, when you borrow money to pay off a loan, you're still going to have a loan left.
Right.
Usually at a higher interest rate than
Right.
before you started.
Right.
That's the basic principle of drug addiction. If you use a drug to take away withdrawal, it may make you feel good temporarily, but you're just setting in motion to go through withdrawal later. And usually the withdrawal is worse. And it
It's
puts you
worse
in
because
a
you owe
vicious
more.
cycle. Puts you in a vicious cycle where you need more and more just to stay ahead. And that's what we're saying. That
Taylor, you're right. What we're worried about is what Joe's saying, Taylor, is that, yeah, it was used to help people when it made sense. But now, it's just people aren't going to do it to send their kids to college. They're going to use it to go to Walmart, buy something, or maybe do a trip,
buy
or do
their
something
eggs.
like that. That's the problem. And that's what we're saying, watch out for. And I'm going to get off of it because I know people don't be banged, but I'm warning you, that credit card is going to start leading to problems, that HELOC credit card. And you should definitely talk to your friends. Anybody's going to do it before they decide. Whatever anybody decides is okay with me. But I'm just telling you, watch out, because when you put your home equity on a credit card, you're taking your life in your hands. You're taking your life in your hands. Sorry, I get all worked up over that thing because housing is so important to me. So we look at this. We have more tariffs. We got Ukraine. Something else I'm enjoying. Where are all these MAGA congressmen? They're afraid to go out and talk to people. They're afraid to go, hey. Now, I'll tell you, there's a couple that have, and I give them credit, Joe, because they went out and met the people. And these guys are out there. Meanwhile, please, just an American citizen, give us thumbs up. We need thumbs up. We need hearts. It's for our heart. Just an American citizen, please subscribe. Dr. V. Joe Talks, please subscribe. Give us thumbs up. Just roll with it. Either way, this thing, Joe, with the, where was I there? Joe, what was I talking about?
You're talking about how
the
the
senators
Republicans
and
are
the
afraid to
congressmen.
have town meetings now.
Right. Thank you for the hearts. Why are everybody so afraid to have these meetings? I mean, they get yelled at. So what? It happens, right? That's what you get paid to do. They're paid big bucks. They sit there and say they ain't making enough. They're making plenty of money, and most of them are loaded. So they sit there, these congressmen, and I can't listen. I'm Sergeant Schultz. I hear nothing. I see nothing. I say nothing. I just run around because I love Donald Trump, because all I can do is back him because I've got no backbone. How about Lindsey Graham? Yeah, I back Ukraine. And then Trump says, well, we should do this. And he goes, well, I'll do whatever Donald Trump wants. Lindsey Graham, I mean, you're talking about Where's he coming from? At least Senator Kennedy said he believed in the courts and doing all this stuff would help the economy. Sean, it depends. Okay, because you can't. If you start doing this kind of stuff, and it's not like you're just cutting and you're saying, "I got to cut this out. I got to cut this out. I got to cut this out. This is a problem. Here's the problem here." Al Gore did that. Clinton cut a lot of fat out of the government. Okay, but you just come in and you get a schmo, and I'm going to call him a schmo, Elon Musk, who comes in not elected for anything because Trump puts him up there. Remember, Trump is so smart. He puts Musk up there, so everybody blames Musk, but it's just really Trump. But either way, they come in and he does all this cutting and everything, and they got no idea where they're cutting because suddenly they're bringing people back. He tells you he's got trillions of billions of dollars of savings. They list the billions, they call them out, then they can't back it up, and then they pull them off, and then they still won't back them up when they're calling them out. So it's like you just sit there, you go, Mac dude. Inflation, remember what we're saying here. Sure, he's intelligent and he may be successful. It doesn't mean he's not an ass. Okay, Sean, that's the bottom line. Look, McDude, bottom line here is simple. We have been saying inflation is not going to hit tomorrow. We've been saying it slowly comes on because people lose their jobs. Then they don't have the money. Meanwhile, the tariffs slowly start coming on. Before then, they're raising prices. We already started showing in December the prices got raised. Anyway, Mick, whatever it was, McFly or whatever. Today, the Fed Reserve chief said that inflation's there and it's coming up from tariffs. So that's the fact. You just heard it. The man said it, okay? So you see this and you go, wow, how's Trump making rents cheaper, local things? Where have you gone where rents have gone down? Rents are going up everywhere. They've shown those numbers. They're just starting to fly. This is great. They don't build any more housing. They just rent it to you and they raise it. You think commercials going down? Commercials going up. This is so great. Trump and Elon know more than the whole Democratic Party. Yeah, about screwing people, Jose. That's about it. But thank you. We appreciate. Don't take personally what we're saying, guys. We tell you what we think. I want Jose and everybody to understand, new people coming on. We love you. We appreciate you being there. We appreciate you saying all this. Our problem is not with you. Our problem is with the programs pushed by our president and by others. He's done a couple good things. I like how he smashed the Houthis. I keep waiting to see, hopefully, enough happens to our boats. That's kind of okay. I don't know what else he's doing that's half decent, but he's trying to do that. And I say, okay. But where's this peace in Gaza? Remember, he was going to get all the hostages out as soon as I'm going to smash you. There's 50 people left, maybe half of them dead. Who knows? Great job, Mr. President. You got some hostages out there. You flunked. You totally flunked. Okay. Like, you ain't no better than Biden. Biden tried to do his best and Trump blew it. And then we go here with Ukraine. Hey, Putin, I say 30 days ceasefire. Putin goes, no. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Trump goes back, success. They're not going to hit some energy because they want the energy. So you sit there, you go, what kind of BS is going on? Tell me what he's doing. It's good. The end goal, rely on yourself. It's always the end goal to rely on yourself. I don't know who wrote it. The problem is the government's still got to be there to make sure there's certain things that are done okay. And then that's honest, that's moral. I'm not moral, that's legal, that does things like that. Come on. What is not the end goal? When you deport millions, what happens to demand for housing? I don't think that's really going to affect the housing. Because understand, guys, illegal immigrants, it's tough to get a house. You can't get a loan. You have to use cash. So if you don't have the cash to buy the house and you don't have the bank, because there's no bank that'll work with you. I love him smiling. Somebody's talking to him. You don't have the bank that's working to you, or helping you. There's not that many houses to lose because it's just that way. Okay. When you deport, that's the answer, local things. And they can raise it, basically. That's what goes on. And then they can do a power of attorney and turn it over to somebody else. What were you about to say, Joe?
Yeah, I was going to say, who do you like in the basketball tournament? The March.
Maryland, go Terps!
Good Terps. How far should I have them? I got to set my brackets tonight.
You see, you're a bracket guy. He's a bracket. Understand who we're talking to. This guy is Mr. Bracket. This guy's Mr. Fantasy
Absolutely.
Football. This guy,
Absolutely.
the only thing he does right is listen to me in MMA. That's the only thing he does right. But I think I understand he's incredible in fantasy football. I don't know because I don't do any fantasy football. I don't know the rules. He says to me, give me names. I give him names. I have no idea what he does with them. But you do. But so tonight's the
I got to
brackets.
set my brackets tonight.
Okay. I just play my heart. I love the Terps. I hope the Terps win. I go Maryland, and they're playing better this year, so we'll see. But who knows? I'm not worrying
So
about
what do
that.
people in the chat think? Duke?
Wrong, nobody. Incredibly incorrect. Go ahead. What did you say?
People like Duke or who? I need some suggestions.
Well, I'm staying out of it. Game plays for days, just like they did 1920. Not good then. That led to the bubble, okay? Cali, housing is hilarious. If it's hilarious, we're in real trouble. Every other country, I'm not worried about other countries, Rogue. Allo, Cybertrucks, they stink, those Cybertrucks. What a name, Cybertruck. They should just call them trash trucks. They're trash. Remember when they showed they could stop bullets and it went right through? They're trash. Come on. Anybody buy one of those trucks? You're crazy. Okay. You tear my price and I tear your products later down the road. Look, I don't know, nobody. I'm not worried about products. I'm worried about America. Where would it be charging us tariffs and have been? You should be. I don't understand that one, Rogue. I'm sorry. Mike, environmentalists demanded Teslas. They sure did. They sure did, Mike. Sean, Sean, anyone who talks about tariffs doesn't understand that it was the United States century. Okay, Sean, please, I'm not on you about this. It's not little things. We were the century. We were the government. It's our dollar. Everybody fed us. We made people bigger. They got bigger. We got bigger. It's called a bigger economy. It's called bigger everything, a bigger pie. It got bigger. America got better. Everybody came to America. They bought our dollars. They bought a lot of our stuff. They bought our military equipment. They bought our backing. We became friends. That's what it did. That's what everybody forgets. Okay, now by losing the American century, having it smashed down like this, we are no more than 1/3, and we're going, yeah, let's split up the world. Let's go back. Here we go. Here we go. Are we not men? We are Devo. Are we not men? Devo. This is Trump. Looks just like him, doesn't it? That's what that guy Voight looks like Voight, doesn't he? 2025. Are we not men? Of course not. We're going back 100 years. Why not? De-evolution. That's America. That's Trump's platform. You see his Treasury Secretary, they all go, yeah, things will be great. They're going to be great, Joe. They're going to be great, Joe. And because they're making all the money. Because these billionaires are going to, who we don't mind, make all the money you want to make, guys. But these billionaires, he's smiling. Something's going on. These billionaires, I don't know. I can't see it. These billionaires just going to be pumping cash into their pockets. They love it, man. Wait till they buy all the stocks and everything. I'm not worried about New York stock. They buy these companies. They just help them out. Oh, why not? Huh? Trump's the hero and a patriot. He is neither local. But you have the right to believe what you want. John, if you make a fortune here, pay your taxes. They should, but why not? Now there's no IRS, so why pay taxes? You don't have to check them out. They fired everybody. Did you see? They stopped all these tax audits or something. So all the big boys, yay. $1 million here for Trump, $1 million there for Trump. Why, it's cheap to get rid of these tax audits, isn't it? What a great job. A patriot. A hero, Donald Trump. Oh, yeah. A hero. I love him. Oh, I feel heroism. Don't you, Joe? I feel, baby. Let's see. You have the right to believe what you want. Pausing is fact. I don't know what you're talking about, Venom. Sorry. Non-exists. Are all you people are against the tariffs be in favor of everything being made? Wrong, Sean. Tell me when they're going to be built here. These maybe we'll get lucky if one factory comes in the next 3 or 4 years. When Trump promised all these factories in his first term, it didn't happen. Sean, look at what happened. This guy. It's all talk. People come in and go, yeah, oh, Donald, I'll put 500 billion in it. Don't worry, I'm going to build something. I'm going to take care of all that. Meanwhile, we had the chips deal, the chips bill, right? But Joe, we're going to build chips here in America. Sean, what about chips? Trump wants to get rid of the chips bill. We're building chips here in America. But they say, well, here we go. So it's that kind of stuff. It's great. I love it. Please give us thumbs up. Yeah, it's a squeaker. I got to put something in it. Please subscribe. Just American citizen. And look at some of my stuff. For those of you guys who thought I was out of it, there it is. 10 years worth. Yeah, I blew it on some, but I've been pretty much right on. That's why Dr. V stays with me. And because we have our own stories. And many of them we have. And but we want our friend Lewis to join us one day. Lewis, where are you? I want everybody to tell Joe, get Lewis. Put in there, Joe, where's Lewis? Put it in there, Joe, where's Lewis? Okay, we need Lewis. You'll love Lewis if we get Lewis. Joe, where's Lewis? Put it in there because Lewis talks to Joe. So we got to find out what's going on. Either way, what do you think, Joe? Either way, so we got that. I think we're hitting everything here. I love it. This is just so great. I love our people. I love these people out here. Look, let's understand something. I want to say it again. We love our country. America's the greatest country in the world. Just an American citizen here. The Dr. V, who is just an American citizen. And it's just the greatest. How great is it? I mean, think about it. When you can sit here and talk about de-evolution and Devo and know it's also great music. I mean, that's the best part about this, okay? Yeah, we go back, but man, are we not so much great music on here? Satisfaction, great album, a great song on there. But that's where we are. Listen, guys, remember, we are on every Sunday at 11 a.m. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. He's been reading something. I got no idea what's going on. All I know is this. I love you. No, I'm not going to shut up. We tell it the way it is. No need to shut up. That's half the fun. I ain't shutting up. And I thank you all for coming on, guys. We love you. We're on Sunday at 11. Please, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Please put your comments in. You guys are the greatest. Thank you so very much. Please tell your friends. Please tell your friends to come in. Please give us some ideas. We're open. You want to put in ideas for us to talk about Sunday? Stick it in there. I'm looking at it on the post. Let me know. We got comments, but we love you. We're going to see you Sunday. And that's the way it is.
Period.
Period. And we'll see you then. Thanks a lot, guys.